after what seemed like a couple weeks straight of rain, we finally have it beautiful weather. It's not humid. It's a little warm, but it's not hot, so we're getting to it. See, we have our arms pretty much dry here, ready for paint. Picked up the skull from Home Depot. This is their giant 20.5-inch LED screaming skull. Doesn't really scream. Not a huge fan of the audio, but the LED eyes actually are kind of nice, so I'm going to try to hack this, disable the speaker, but leave the eyes enabled. And I wish I could set it to just have the eyes constantly on, but that would take some programming. Just due to time constraints, at least going to try to use the flashing part of the eyes, because it does have both sound and probably a light sensor. It says motion sensor. This is one of those cases where, yeah, I went to Home Depot and spent the money, because honestly, I think this was $52. This is better than what I could make on any sort of a budget like that. It looks good, and the scale with their hands is about right, especially in the dark when it pops out. This is going to scare some people. I can't wait for this to be up and running. So here we go with the hack. Here we are at the back of the head. I'm going to pull out the demo button. Take the screws out and see what is in here. These are a little crooked, but I've seen worse. This is one of the plastic props from Home Depot. These were resin, I believe, last year, which would have been much nicer, but oh well. And they do have it weighted down pretty well, so it doesn't blow away. I really don't need the weight, so once we get inside, we're going to look and see what they have it weighted with, see if it's removable. 2 and 3. Boy, wow, that is masking tape holding this thing together. That's pretty sad. Home Depot. Wow, not even electrical tape. Will it work? Sure. Will it work for long? Probably not. Let's take one of these apart and see what's actually inside of there. The wires, there's a little bit of solder holding the wires together. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. Solder and masking tape. If these things were cheap, that would be fine, but they're not. Hot glue holding the whole circuit board and all together. That is a little bit disappointing, I have to say. Alright, well, here we go. To identify the speaker wire. Looking inside here, I see the black and red wires go to the eyes. The speaker is on the side of the head, and that is these 2 yellow wires. So I'm just going to chop these on either side of this solder. Get the tape out of here. So now if we turn this on, no battery included. What? That's interesting. Apparently the Try Me button has a battery built into it and was feeding the power for this. So we're going to cut away and be right back with 3 AA batteries. Here we are. We've got our 3 Amazon Basics batteries. Love these batteries. I'll put a cross link in from our TechMedic other channel, the Day Job, where we actually did a test of these versus Energizer, Duracell, and Rayovac, and the Basics came out ahead of all the others for usable lifespan. That lock doesn't really engage well unless you kind of push it in there, but now it's good. Alright, it's on. And the eyes are flashing away. So we're good. We have disabled the amplifier. I'm going to cut this one wire a little bit different distance than the other. just so they can't short out on each other. And let's see what's inside here. What in the world? Oh my god. It looks like the weight in this is plastic bags. And there we go. We have what appears to be rocks in bags as the weight inside of this skull. You can see the speaker there mounted on the side. The LEDs to the eyes. There they go, flashing away. Rocks in bags. That's something right there. What is it? It's not even rocks. It's some sort of poured, not stone, it's resin chips, I believe. That's absolutely crazy. They're just filling these with spare parts from, I guess, broken resin things they've casted in the past or something. But it's actually solid chunks of resin underneath the loose bits on the top. Wow, they're just filling these things with trash for weight, is what it seems like. Unless they actually poured in the resin. I'm going to try to break up what I can in there and get this weight out so that way we can mount this guy a little bit safer in the air. It feels like it's 2 separate bags that they just poured resin into inside of this. They probably filled the bag with liquid resin and shoved it through the hole and let it set in the bottom. But it's a cheap resin. I'm able to break it by hand. That's something. Now I got to the thick part, which isn't breaking. So I have to chisel at it a little bit. Go using our DeWalt vibro tool. Should make short work of this. Oh boy. So clearly chiseling at this by hand isn't going to work, but I have a solution. This big boy. No bueno. Now we've made Swiss cheese out of it. Hopefully this can pull the rest of it apart. There we go. So that went from probably, I don't know, 10, 15 pounds? About 3. I might even be on the minimalist end of that. Might have been 20, 30 pounds down to about 3 pounds. So this will be easy to mount now. It's lightweight. It's going to be safer since we don't have all that weight flying around. Probably put a little bit of foam in here, 2x4, 4x4, maybe even a piece of metal or pipe, not sure yet. But that will get this guy mounted to go with his hands.